my darling baby sis. Chicken dog. Oh, my darling sis for life. Welcome, ladies. Please, as you come in, like and share the video. Come in, like and share the video, please. Welcome everybody. Please, as you come in, like and share. Fashion. Please like as you come in and share, please. Maps to the world. Welcome, darling sis. Thank you for joining. Please like and share as you come in. September to remember. Oh my God, darling, welcome. Chicken Dad, beautiful sis, welcome. September to remember. So nice to have you, darling. Please like and share if you come in. Busybody woman. Welcome, please as you come in, like and share. No. Oh, sorry. Just babe. Oh, my darling Mrs. is here. Welcome, Mrs. Please, as you come, like and share. Oh, please like and share as you come in. Cabbages with the PPJ. Darling sis, sweet sis. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Please like the video, share the video. It looks like I'm going to play that one more time because I see people were enjoying it. Let's play one more time as people come in.
All right, 1, 2, let's go.
Debunkers Parliament, Muma. Welcome, Muma. Please come in, like and share as you come in, please. Let's enjoy this one more time and then we can start the show. Please like as you come in. Oh, my mama, my sweet sis. First daughter of Konye. Welcome, darling. First daughter of Konye. Welcome, my beautiful people. Please, as you come, like and share. Ivy Love. Welcome. Welcome, sis. Oh, asking for a friend, my auntie dearest. Love you so much, auntie. Welcome. Woman, oh, woman, look at tush, tush. Please, as we come in, like and share, please. Sit down, honey, please. Sit down, please. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, auntie. Eh, eh, eh. Lokotunya na wate. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's so nice to see everyone, especially some profiles that I haven't seen in a while. It's really nice to have you all back on the platform. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to my newest fountainers in the building. For the newest subscribers, I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. The fact that subscribers, like the list or the number of subscribers are, slowly getting there, for me, it's an indication that we're doing something good. And I want to appreciate every single person who has been supporting this channel and pushing it out there, sharing it. I thank you and appreciate you. Auntie Rosemary, Mommy asking for a friend, thank you so much for always driving the share button and encouraging people to join my platform. I appreciate you so much. And for all the new subscribers, please, when you subscribe, don't forget to tap on that notification bell. So whenever I drop a video or I come live, you will not miss a thing. Mom of two boys, my beautiful sis with a sweet heart. My sis from another mother. Welcome, darling. So nice to have you here. I'm so glad you're feeling a lot better. So please tap on that notification bell. So whenever I come live or drop a video, you will not miss a thing. And for all my returning subscribers, like I've said, I always appreciate you. I hold you all so dearly to my heart because of the love you all are showing me. It's just so amazing. Sometimes I'm surprised at how much people appreciate the contents that I bring on this platform. Maybe I kind of underestimate myself somehow, but people appreciate it, and that really is humbling. So thank you all so very much. Blanche Ingram TV, welcome, darling sis. Please, let's continue to support our own sister Blanche Ingram TV. She's doing amazing. You're doing fantastic, baby sis. Keep doing that. Your channel is going to go places. So I want to thank you all for all the silent watchers, the people who are watching me from the back and encouraging me from the back silently. I appreciate you all so very much as well. And if you're watching me and you're enjoying our content and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? My goal, I would love for us if you guys can do me this favor. But still, it would take a while, mom of two boys, darling sis. This thing is crazy. It really knocks you for six. I've seen people who've gone through that. So I can only imagine, hopefully you will have a speedy recovery, a full one for that matter. So, so I'm hoping that Mama Beck send me that your blouse. Mama, it's a dress. Oh, it's a dress. Can you see? It's a dress. It's a dress for anybody who loves this. It's a dress I got it from Zara. So yes, please. The target I really want us to get to. I'm hoping that I'm a very realistic person. So we are in April, right? May, June, July, August, September. So 5 months. Let's just say May, June, July. In July, my target, my hope, my wish will be that we hit 2K by August. July, August. If somebody can do me a favor, if you all can do me a favor and share the platform and encourage more people, I really want us to hit 2K by July, August, by the grace of God, if we just keep supporting this channel and sharing it and encouraging everybody to join us. So thank you all once more, and I appreciate you all. On this channel, we talk about everything, socioeconomic, cultural, and sometimes a splash of fashion there. Muma, thank you, September, to remember. Like you see, my sisters are marrying my dress. So for anybody who wants, but actually I had this a while back. That was like I think I had it. I had it before I had no, I had it just before Christmas. Yeah, I had it just before Christmas. So yes, there we go. So thank you also very much. So today we're going to be talking about family as the bedrock or the core foundation of our community. The importance of family, a family structure in our community, because I don't think we think about that and how that has a direct impact in the way we live, in the way we interact with one another, and the issues that we face in our community. Auntie Titi! Oh, my darling Auntie Titi, the best Auntie 237. All right, Auntie, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please, as you come in, like and share. So it's always important for us to understand how the family, the role of the family has a trickle effect in our community, in the way we live. Because things like this are important, because if we understand this, perhaps there are certain ills in our community. G, you need debunking, my darling sis, very supportive one. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Welcome. There are certain ills in our community that we would probably understand why they're happening. And sometimes for the people who haven't had families yet, maybe if you understand this, we can actually help to prevent those things from reoccurring. And there are certain great things or positive things happening, which is as a result of us living that strong, tight-knit family life that as a people we want to encourage and inculcate in our family life, so that we can have that in our community ongoing. So that's why this topic is so important for us to talk about. But before we get into today's topic, but before we get into today's topic, I know my sis Junid read this post from Asaba. I had that post in mind to actually bring it on today's show, and I think that post is a powerful post from a young girl like that. It's very important, and I love the way she articulated herself. Bella, read my comment to you and smile. You know, I always smile just seeing you, mom of two boys. Bella, a personal request. Please try looking a little bit unattractive. Mama two boys. Oh, darling sis. I need to come. I probably have to come looking all shabby, right? Oh, that's a nice one. You got me there. Thank you. That's a compliment. Thank you. Oh, Lord have mercy. Thanks, sis. You do know how to get me. So yeah, that's the reason why we're doing today's topic. So, but then let's look at Asaba's post, because that post is very important, especially coming from an young African lady. I think we can talk about that. My beautiful sis G, you spoke about it. I was so pleased that she picked that up. I love that. I love the fact that, she's actually incorporating things like that. She does many videos regarding to societal things, which I really, really, really love. So let me look for that post and read it, and we can talk about that a bit, and then we dive into today's topic. Miss Kim, my soft-spoken sis, welcome. It's so beautiful. So it was Asaba and Mr. Leo. For those of you, if you're not Cameroonian, or if you're not into this whole showbiz thing, Asaba is one of the leading, should I say leading artists? Known artists in Cameroon, okay? And her baby daddy is actually also a prolific artist as well, Mr. Leo. And their daughter was celebrating her birthday. I don't know how old she was. I don't know if it was 4 or 5. I can't remember. So she's done this right up. Beautiful, beautiful family. Look at them. It's a beautiful family, isn't it? Look at them. Look at that photo. I just love it. Such a beautiful photo. Tabi Edna. the most eligible bachelor in 237. We're still looking for your wife, a befitting one for you. Look at that beautiful baby girl they have, Asaba and Mr. Leo. Beautiful, 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 beautiful baby girl. So Asaba went on her page, very beautiful Miss Jane. She went on her page and she put up this post about co-parenting. If you people want to read it and have it, it's on Asaba Official. That's her page. She says co-parenting is possible. It is common to see two people become enemies after a breakup, even if a child is involved. They get so bitter that they forget their duties as parents to focus on the heartbreak and what they have lost in the process. Nowadays, co-parenting, which gives a healthy and peaceful environment for the child's upbringing, is almost impossible because of pride and ego. All right, sis, G, you need debunking. Lady Ngawa! Oh, my sis, how nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and share as you come in. While fathers often say the child will look for me, mothers deprive the child privileges of a male figure in their life. These decisions sometimes contribute to the number of damaged children out here, which is mostly a coping mechanism for these children. Yet, we blame the government, forgetting that we failed to play our role as parents. FBI clearance, my darling big sis, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, sis. We nearly made the mistake. We nearly made the same mistake. The wake-up call was seeing our daughter transform from a happy and sweet little girl to a bitter, reserved kid. At this point, we decided to set aside our differences and be the parents she needed. This write-up is meant to encourage people at the verge of making similar mistakes to reason things out and take well-guided decisions. Their mother! Thank you so much, Lady Go. Welcome, my wisdom sis, the mother. Thank you so much for coming, sis. I appreciate you. Parenting is an obligation, not a choice. We don't have a choice in this thing. When you choose to bring forth a child, or if you choose to raise a child for guardians and adopted parents, it's not a choice. It's an obligation, okay? Not a choice. It is a responsibility ordained by God, so do it diligently and wholeheartedly. Be reminded that you have been given the mandate to raise a leader while at it. Do not be selfish. Be a parent and allow your co-parents play their role. I thought this was such a beautiful write-up, very educative one at that, from a young Cameroonian. And we know how the society now plays, okay? People don't talk a lot about co-parenting, and it's very, very important. I know we live in a century or a generation where people feel like independent women, independent men, independent girls. I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own. As much as we're talking about the emancipation of the woman and the freedom of a woman, and also, the equality and all whatnot. Co-host, kisses for Auntie FBI. Thank you, big sis. Thank you so much. She's there enjoying her rice snacks. Thank you so much. Well received. As much as we want this independence and we feel like we can raise our kids by ourselves, we cannot ignore the fact that it's absolutely important for kids to have both parents in their lives. Single parenting is so difficult. I know people close or dear to me who are single parents, and I see what they go through. Yes, it's doable, but it does have an impact. It does influence the life of a child. And we cannot deprive children when we fall out of a broken relationship, when the relationship doesn't work. We feel like in order to punish our partners, we have to use the kids as bargaining chips. We use our children as bargaining chips to get at each other, which is sad. It's very sad because we feel we are punishing the other person, but we are actually penalizing innocent kids Kids who had nothing to do with your relationship breakup. Kids who did not request to come into this world. Okay, it's very important. That's why this write-up is so linked to what we are talking today. The topic for today is so linked to it, to understand the importance of a family structure in the life of a child and how that can actually influence that child to either become an amazing citizen in a community or to become a vagabond or a wayward one. So what Asaba is actually saying is, parents, be mature enough to understand that things didn't work out. You don't have to be together. You know how is it Gwyneth Paltrow who came up with this word consciously uncoupling kind of thing? That was a polite way of saying we are not together, but we are not together but together in that sense. I know of people who live under the same roof, co-parenting their kids, not less, and they are divorced. This officially divorced. Okay, I'm not saying that is typical for everybody. It wouldn't work for everybody, but that's just to tell us Africans that it's doable. We can do it. We have to leave pride and ego aside. We have to forget about what people are saying. Or they're going to think about me as a desperate woman. I'm pretentious. It's all about the kid. It's not about us. It's all about the child. And if I remember, peace person, my mama for life. Welcome, darling sis. If I remember, I've seen quite a few interviews that Mr. Leo has done with regards to his relationship with Asaba. And I have so much respect for this young guy because he was so respectful of Asaba and he was so protective of Asaba, which is not very common with this generation, because if given the opportunity, most people would tear their partners apart. They will want to, paint that good image of themselves and try to make it as if their partner was at fault, is the bad one, and should be crucified for it. He never said, he's refused to answer, to give a direct response as to why they broke up. And his reason for that is because he has his version and Asaba has her version. But what he's focusing on is maintaining that cordial relationship that he has with the ex-girlfriend. And for me, that is a plus on his part. Absolutely, mother. That's a plus on his part. And that's the maturity that a lot of us needs to actually nurture in our relationships, regardless of what happens in the end. We should not be thinking about tearing the other person down, because tearing the other person down, especially when you have kids or a child, you are literally tearing your whole generation. You're tearing your family. You're tearing your family, because that child will get to hear about nasty things that you have to say about the mother or the father. That child will live to understand that the father was, you're actually making a child, you're planting this belief, a make-believe in a child's mind, because allow the child to grow. Give that child their innocence, especially when it's a very young child like the one Mr. Leo and Asaba actually have. Ivan Lee, oh, my Ivan Lee is here. Thank you so much for coming, darling. Thank you so much. So nice to have you. Thank you. A mom of two boys says, my boys are a joy and great human beings by the grace of God. I'm their friend, but their best friend too. Their dad is a great influence. We have our bad days. Absolutely, we all have our bad days. Even married couples. We all have our bad days. Psychologically, you are tormenting the kids. Exactly, a peace person, Mama. You are feeling that you're punishing the other person, but you're tormenting the kids. That's why I have a problem with Tonto DK. The amount of information that she is sharing together with Churchill, the amount of information that's sharing about each other on social media is disturbing. It's disturbing because the person who is going to suffer the most from all this is the young boy. It's King. It's not them. They're adults. They've lived their lives. This young child is literally still about to step foot on planet Earth, still finding himself. It is selfishness. It is total selfishness. Let's learn to accommodate our differences. As parents or ex-partners or ex-wives, ex-boyfriends, we have to learn to accommodate our differences and save our kids and save our families and protect them. If it was, bad things to learn or, to grab like negative cultures from the Western world, we are quick to get it, to jump on it. We are quick to, incorporate those bad habits, but the good ones that we should be incorporating, we are not talking about it. We're not doing it. Co-parenting is not uncommon in the Western world, and they do it so well. They do it so well. And these are some of the things that we need to actually learn and copy and actually make it work for us in our African setting, because it can work. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. My youngest says the helicopter that I saw above my dorm room, I assume is my mom because I didn't answer her phone. Are you a helicopter mom? Mama, two boys. This person said, that's why I always laugh when I see mother-in-laws and sister-in-law trying to tear apart their son's marriage. Exactly. In one way or the other, you are destroying your son and grandchildren. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's not about the husband and the wife or the boyfriend and the girlfriend. The main focus should be those kids. What's best for them? What is best for the kids? You can have an amazing child and you end up destroying the life of this child just because of your ego and selfishness and intolerance of each other. Like Asaba is saying, you will have a happy child, very extroverted child, a child who is like the life among his peers, suddenly become an introvert, very sad, a miserable child, a lost child, because that child doesn't know what's happening to them. Mom and dad nowhere to be found. They cannot communicate. And you have this child cannot even figure out what to do, what information, how to pick and choose. So I'm really pleased that Asaba made that post. And I'm really hoping that a lot of these young people who are like divorced or separated from their partners can look into it, have a rethink, and come together as a team to co-parent and bring up amazing kids. It's very important. Right, let's get straight into today's topic. Please, if you haven't liked the video, if you haven't shared the video, please do me that favor. The mother says, our innocent children should never be used as tools to settle our marital woes. Absolutely not. They shouldn't. For whatever reason, they should not be. Right. Never say anything bad about your partner to your kids. Never. Never. Because that would stick with kids. It will stay with them for the rest of their lives. FBI clearance says humans haven't got much time to spend on earth, but the little we have, we tend to use it more in revenge, anger, hatred, dragging each other, and etc. Some of us think raising children is about money, and that is the thing, especially with us back home in Africa. When you think about co-parenting in Africa, they always think, oh, it has to do with money. It does not have to do with money. The emotional balance in the child's life is very important, way significant than any amount of money. Ivan Lee said, I will always try my best to comment on other people's relation. I will always try my best. I think it's probably not to comment on other people's relationship on media, because my comments or statement might just be what might tear their children down unless I know details of the couples. Yeah, absolutely, you're right, 100%. That's the best thing to do. But maybe probable comments or probable suggestions or probable advice you can drop, because Ivan Lee, you're too full with knowledge that you should not be holding back. We want to hear from you because it's always enriched. Your statements are so rich. So please, my brother, my sister, you said to be a true barefoot man. FBI Clara Democrats Parliament. Busybody Mumaipo should tell me Ivan Lee said he is a strong and powerful barefoot man, which I doubt. I doubt. I doubt. That's what Ivan Lee is telling me. So please, 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 let's do that for our kids. Co-parenting is very important. So let's get into our topic for today. Please share this video. I beg of you guys, share the video. Sit down, please, honey. Can you sit down for me? Good girl. Well done. Thank you. No, sit down, honey. I don't want you to fall down, okay? Good girl. Can you sit for me, please? Can you sit for me, please? Thank you. Auntie Evia Clara says you have to be a good girl, and then she will do something really nice for you, okay? So no standing, because if you stand, you're going to fall off. And if you fall off, I'm going to get into trouble with daddy. I don't want to get into trouble with your daddy. Hey! Ivan Lee, you won't kill me today. Sit down, please, darling. Can you sit down for me, please? Sit down. Thank you. Sit down, please. Sit down. Sit down. Ivan Lee says he's for Mambo. I am finished. You see, you guys, I can't misbehave on this social media because I have my people here. I have my people here. Sit down, please. Sit down, honey. Can you sit down for me, please? Sit down and have a juice. Thank you. Ivan Lee is my probably one of my in-laws. Peace person, Mama. We have an in-law here. Exactly, peace person. Ivan Lee, you have to confess. You need to confess. This social media will not see good in my hands. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. That's a big family name, the Nymphos. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for supporting your own. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Now, the importance of a strong and loving family in our community. The significance, the co-relationship. More two boys. Not yet. It's very important because let's talk about our families and the importance of this. And this whole issue of family is coming up, especially I'm having this to talk this about family as a result of the Yul Edochie situation. Just looking at the destruction that's happening around this guy and everything, I just feel like we need to talk about our families. We need to remind ourselves of how important this is. We need to remind ourselves of how significant a family unit is in our lives and in the existence of our community. So when you talk about family and its role in our community, it would be to understand that families actually act like a building block, a foundation in our communities. You can look at a family setting or a family structure as a nursery. A nursery, like, where kids go, toddlers go to, where they're taught from the alphabets to numerics and everything basic. A family setting is exactly, you can attribute it to that nursery in our community, where you have to teach a child, you have to raise a child, you have to instill in those children those core principles and values that they will have to live with for the rest of their lives. Co-host once more means undivided. Yeah, she's getting very clingy these days. She's getting very clingy these days. Yeah, so it's like a nursery where we all come to, that children have to be instilled with those values and principles. And we are all born into a family of a mom and a dad. That's a typical situation. But nowadays, how the thing is, we now have different genders. We have the a man getting married to a man, a woman getting married to a woman. You have all the quadruples, the multiple relationships, and all whatnot. BTV, welcome, darling sis. So, however you want to call it, and my focus here is for the traditional family, if I may put it in that case, the traditional family where you have the man or the father and the mother. Okay, most of us are born from those families, and some people are fortunate enough to grow up in love. Others are not so fortunate to find love, in their own families. And this situation or the experiences that we have as kids growing up would influence the way we look at the world, would influence the way we will come out to be citizens and interact in our community. Okay, it has a significant impact. Think about a child who grows from a home where domestic violence is the norm. Every day this child wakes up and sees that pounding on mom, or sees mom pounding on dad, or sees mom, tearing that clothes, breaking the TV, and all those kind of things. They grow up to understand, most of them grow up to understand that it's almost like a normal way of living. It's a normal way of living. Most of them grow up to feel that it's a normal way of living. And they come out to, repeat that same pattern of behavior within their community setting. They come out to repeat that same behavior. A worst case scenario, the mom is experiencing this violence and she stays. She stays in the marriage, she stays in the union, and she has a girl child. She has a girl child. This girl child is going to grow to understand that they have to stay and tolerate this behavior. Or a mother who then lives from one relationship to another. Whenever she lives, she has a child here. She leaves this relationship with another child. She goes and gets another relationship and then leaves out the relationship and moves from place to place. You make your child understand that it's okay for men to come and leave them like that. And that's why in our community, you would see girls or boys who lack confidence in themselves. You see girls or boys who actually accept or tolerate poor behavior or maltreatment from their fellow partners because they feel it's okay for them to be, received and dumped by anyone because they deserve it. Sometimes we don't understand, especially as African parents, how much our behavior or the things we do at home can literally influence the life of a child up to adulthood. And you all know how we don't speak, we don't express ourselves. Maybe this generation, we don't express ourselves as much as we should as kids in Africa. We do not. So things like that, we will process it. We're dealing with it. We're experiencing. We're facing. We cannot challenge our parents. We can't say anything. We don't have any counseling. We grow up to live with those things, and those demons haunt us. And we come out as adults. Our parents, set us free. We come into the community. The bad ones, especially the sons, banging and smacking and abusing all the children, same as the other ones who are there to tolerate all the abuse just because mom stayed. So that's why the family setting is absolutely important for the type of human being that you're going to send out into our community. So sometimes our community is what it is because of the products that some families have actually released. Think about it's like you as a family, it's like this structure where you stay there, you almost like a cadet. You're taught from the beginning to the end. So when you're letting you go into a community, your parents should be confident enough to think, I have raised a good and well-mannered citizen. And that can only happen if they have a tight in united and loving family. And when I say this, you don't have to be a family unit like a mom and a dad staying under the same roof. No, no, no. And that's where the confusion comes from when it comes to us Africans. A family unit here has to do with the presence of a father and a mother, equal presence of a father and a mother in the life of a child. You don't have to be under the same roof, but you're playing your fatherly role in the life of that child. You are playing your motherly role in the life of that child. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, because people will say, oh, what about people who are divorced? Yes, you can be divorced. You can be living wherever you want to live. But as long as you are present in the life of that child, it's very important. Because that will have a trickle effect in the way that child is going to come out and interact with other people in society. Family instill those core values like, how to help each other. When you're in a family, especially when you have siblings, you learn to be there for one another. You learn to share. You learn to pick up one another. And this is taught by your parents. You learn to teamwork. You learn to forgive. You understand sacrifice. What does it mean to sacrifice in a family setting? They teach you how to sacrifice. Because sometimes you hear about a situation where, like for example, my mom would say she had to sacrifice to stay home for her brother to go to school. I'm sure a lot of you have had somebody in the family, especially back in the days where parents did not have enough money to send all their kids to school. There had to be a sacrificial lamb. Somebody had to stay home for another person to go to school. So my mom sacrificing and staying home for the brother to go to school is already teaching me, for her sharing that story with me, is already teaching me that I have to also, as a child, be able to understand that it's okay to sacrifice for my siblings. Those are the kind of values that parents teach their kids directly or indirectly in a family setting. You teach them forgiveness. You instill the value of forgiveness in them as siblings in a family setting, especially when you have, differences. You can have the same mother, the same father, but you all have different characteristics and traits. And we fight among ourselves as family members or as siblings, but we need to come to a certain degree of understanding where you say, you know what, I am sorry I wronged you. I am sorry I wronged you. And the other person should be open enough to say, I forgive you for apologizing, and you move on. And these are some of those values that every human being should be taking or walking around with in their community. If we have to have a peaceful and understanding and accommodating environment, these are some of the values to love and tolerate. To love and tolerate one another. How do you show love? Yes, we love our siblings unconditionally, but like they always say, it's not like people say this for fun. If somebody doesn't have love, they cannot give love. And a family setting actually instill in a child that sense of love, especially when you're coming from a loving home, a home where everybody cares for one another. You look after each other. You cry together. You laugh together. You walk out together. You come home together. A family that loves and understand that you have to be patient. You have to be enduring. And that's why in our community today, you will see people who cannot maintain a friendship. The slightest problem they have with a friend, they take whatever their friend has told them in secrecy, and they go out there and they spread it to the whole world. Family setting teaches you how to love and protect your own. It teaches you loyalty. And what is that loyalty? In a family setting, your own can go wrong. your own can, falter and make the greatest mistake, what do? You would protect them outside. You reprimand them at the back. That's the kind of thing a family teaches you. To cherish the help and support from one another. To be loyal. When a family member helps you, is, for example, personally, I was sponsored by my elder sister from secondary school, from 1 to my postgrad degree. My sister was there. She's like a mother to me. It's that loyalty to feel like she has to raise her sister. She has to make me become a better person in life. And I also owe her that loyalty in return, to continuously show gratitude, to lead with that same mantle, to actually hold and raise the other ones that are behind me. Those are the kind of values that are instilled in you. Why can't I see my comments? Mom of two boys says, you've got to have love and know what love is to give love. That's just the absolute truth. If you don't have love, you cannot give love. That's why sometimes you will say, why are certain people so wicked? Why do certain people do the things they do? Those are people who have not come from a family of love. Most of those people, 90% of them, they don't understand what love is because it did not exist. It did not exist. Some of them don't even know their fathers. Some of them don't even know their mothers. They live in a household where they have different siblings. They are made to understand that we all have different mothers and different fathers, but none of us know who our real father is. There's no male role models around. It's like survivor of the fittest. And when you have an individual grow up in a family where it's almost like a dog-eat-dog world in their own household, what do you expect of that person when they come into the community? What do you expect from such a person? This person is coming to literally do anything possible to get what they want. They will trample on anybody. They will crisscross anybody. They will destroy anything on their path because they want to get what they want to get. And that's just how they've lived their life. The parents have failed to actually instill in such a person that feeling of sharing, that feeling of love, that feeling of protection, protecting your own. Ama TV, my beautiful and selfless sis, thank you so much for coming. Mom of two boys, I am on Instagram. I haven't been on my Instagram account for ages. Oh my God. I can't even remember what my name is on Instagram, Mom of two boys. I'll tell you next on the next show, sis. I haven't posted it for maybe a year. Every child is a blessing. Welcome, darling sis. Thank you so much for coming. Any strong, united, and loving family will teach a child how to value and appreciate one another. They will teach a child how to value and appreciate one another. The way they interact with themselves at home will determine the kind of citizens or the kind of people they would want to be in their community. A strong, loving, and structured family. Ajal Mash Fire, my sweet sis. Welcome, darling sis. Thank you so much for coming. Can you sit down for me, honey, please? Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you want some coconut sweet? Just 1 minute, guys. There's some coconut sweet. How's that? Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Welcome, Ajal Mashfire. My sis with a beautiful heart. Always so loving. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Family setting, it makes you feel safe and provides you with a safe place. That's why you will see some people who are so bitter in the community when you don't feel safe in your own family, when you don't feel safe growing up as a child. I remember, I don't know if some people experience this, growing up as a child. You know how you grow up and you have certain households in your community where when you call that name, for example, Ivan Lee said he's from the Numfos, and the Numfos is a respected family in the community. And if you're a child from that family, you have that pride in you. You want to make sure you maintain that name, that respect that is accorded to that name. You feel safe just by coming from that family, just by being part of that family, you feel safe. Whereas other children, if you're coming from a dysfunctional family, and you all, I'm sure at some point, you know a household where the family is so chaotic. Everyone knows them. People avoid them. Nobody wants to associate with such a family. And those people are alienated. And if you're a child growing up in such a family, you grow up with that bitterness, that anger, that frustration, like the community is against you. And when you are this mature and adult citizen and you go out to live your life in the world among others in your community, what do you think is going to happen? Where do you guys think that anger that this child has been nursing, where do you feel they would channel that anger? Of course, in our community. Of course, in our community. They'll become so bitter. It's almost like they want to revenge or avenge the treatment that they received or their family received. And that's just because of the way they have lived their lives. Perhaps the parents were those ones, grow up, you see families fighting day in, day out. Mami ngwa, this family then ngwas, always fighting, punching, there's always shouting, there's always pot thrown, spoon throws, stones, and everything happening in the household. And everybody's avoiding them. And you have Niba somewhere sitting, always there to steal, going behind people's houses, catching their hands in their roosters. There's always something about their family. And on the other hand, you have these very well-mannered kids who go to church, who are always well-behaved. They're at home. They're helping their parents. They go to the farm. They cook, they clean. They go to the market. And everybody says, don't you know that family? That's the family from where you should look for a wife. That's the family where a husband should be coming from. That is a kind of protection you get coming from such a family. Oh, you do. You do, Ivan Lee. You do. And I'm sure my elder sister will know you guys so well. Because she grew up, my elder sister was actually born in Bafut. She grew up in Bafut, so she would know. Like, she would know your family to the T. She was a village girl, although she came to the UK in her teens. But she knows the village like no one's business. I am probably the only Tybalt in my house. That's always the case. That's always the case. There has to be one. There has to be one. Yeah, like I was saying, you don't want to be a child who grows up in a family where you don't feel safe just because of your family name. Something goes missing in the neighborhood. The first people to point fingers at is your family. That family people are doing like, somebody's TV is missing in the neighborhood. They go, have you checked in that house? Have you checked so and so? Did you see that the son or the grandson of so and so person loitering around? Because if you saw them, they probably nicked the TV. They have nicked the TV. My other sister, she'll probably know you. She'll probably know. So these are the kind of things that we do in our family. When you instill those values in your child, they carry them, they feel safe. Respect. Something happened on this social media. Some of you must have watched it. I was actually on asking for a friend show. Mommy asking for a friend. I did one of the few shows I did on her platform, and we had a guest, the one about the royal family, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Martha reading this, welcome sis. I was on that show. I don't know if any of you watched that show, and I addressed the other guest as Auntie Somebody. I said to her, Auntie Somebody, and she go, no. And by the way, don't address me Auntie. Address me by my name. You know, Auntie is ringing the bell. You know, this actually took me aback. That was a surprise to me, especially coming from a senior, an African senior, because the way I was raised, the way Auntie said that was crazy. I was taken aback. I was taken aback. Sit down, honey, please. Sit down. Mommy is still with friends, okay? Mind your legs. Love you. Love them. Have your snacks. These are very yummy ones. These are very yummy apple ones. Yum. So yummy. Sorry, Lily. Hold on, what are you doing? Hold on, let me put this for you. Just a minute, guys, please. There you go. Mama. Yes, baby. So, some have refused. Yes, the mother. Some have refused to get old, hence refusing their titles. You did call me mommy, na me I born you. I'm telling you, honestly speaking, the mother. I said to her, auntie this, and she said, don't call me auntie, call me by my name. And for me, I find it so hard. To address a senior person by their first name. And that's why most of the times when I don't know how old you are, if I don't know if you're my senior or my junior, I will always call you sister this, brother this, or uncle this. And then you can correct me and say, no, you're literally my senior. Auntie, call the show number. Auntie, call the show number. Ivan Lee says, Ivan Lee says, I would have suggested so when Round Mother was on your show. Professionally, it is not correct, but as casual level, it's okay. I'm sure your ideas can come from any part of the world. Thank you. Hello, Auntie.
Oh my God, Bella. I'm sorry. I really have to apologize to you again. I think it was so embarrassing. That day, I felt like I was like, oh my God, I hope the ground can just open up so I can get right inside.
Honestly.
You know, I mean, because I even was, even Oprah, who is an American, her kids call her, all those kids call her Mama Oprah, and she does not take any offense to it because she understood that it was our culture,
yes.
It was a way of respect.
Yes. Yes.
So she had always said that it makes her just feel the world, and it made her so happy when they call her that when she was being around Africans.
Yes.
She got this educational institution in South Africa,
yes.
and understood that when they do that, it's because of the kind of respect they have for you.
Yes.
And she welcomes it with such open arms.
Yes.
And here we are with this, our guest, who got so upset and walked off the stage.
Yes. She walked off and never looked back.
Just got so much memories. And that's not the first show I did with her. That's why it bothered me. Yeah. Then I went and I left her, because normally I always leave a message to say thank you to the guest.
Yes.
I sent her a message of thank you and appreciating her. She never responded. I was like, this is really serious. This is more serious than I thought. So I was like, you know what? Since she didn't respond, like there's nothing I have no control over that.
Yes.
I have no control over
maybe that. I put her off by saying auntie because I've only.
No, come on. You don't. That's nothing to get so upset. I bet you did apologize when she did not welcome that.
Yes.
Because there was nothing to pout about.
Yes.
And to leave it. No.
Yes.
So guess what? You know, like about 2 months later, just about 2 weeks ago, almost 3 months, she sent me a text. See, it's been a long time. What are you doing about a show? What are you doing? After coming as a guest. So guess what? When she said it, of course I have to be polite.
Yes.
I said to her, I said, I'm okay. I'm getting better. Asked about my health. I'm getting better. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And everything. And then I did not even go there, like to even bring that up. It did not matter at this point.
Yes.
So we just chatted and everything, and then just say, I've taken some time off media because I think I'm just gonna go away from all the Africans.
Oh, wait! That she's gonna go away from all the Africans. What did we do? What have we done? What did we do? That's what I mean.
Actually, right now, I've just made up my mind. Anybody who asks me where I'm from, I don't tell them I'm Nigerian. I just tell them I'm American. What I think.
Oh my God, Auntie! Honestly, this is wow.
This is serious. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, this is funny because she cannot say that. Auntie, just stay on the phone. Let me read Ivani's call, my message. Ivani says viewers can come from any part of the world. Auntie can be behind the scenes or at home, but on media platform, it is a no for me, and that's true. But when you have an African host that you know where they come from.
Yes, it may not come across professional, but she did apologize.
Yes.
So there was no reason to take it that got so upset, out and leave.
She was very upset, Ivani. She took it to heart.
She left the set.
Yeah.
There was no reason for that.
Yeah, and for me, Auntie.
And you know that Bella is very respectful. She always talks respectfully. But just the way Auntie drove her crazy, And I've just decided I just want to stay away from Nigerians 100%.
Wow.
They are not good people. They don't help you. They are just. So I just say, this is worse, more than that.
Yeah. There's a deeper something to that because there's
a deeper something to it.
Yes, and the thing is, the way she corrected me, it wasn't a polite correction, and that was why I was so shocked. So that's why I was so shocked, even though I didn't want to.
It was very snippy.
Yes. So I didn't want to obviously ruin the mood of the show. So I had to be very professional and gracious about it as well.
To stay quiet because I didn't want people to pay attention
to what had happened. Yes. What happened?
Only three of us figured it out.
So Auntie. So I just thought of this example. I thought it's a perfect example because, to be honest with you, it just says how your background has an influence on you. I personally, like I said, I will never, if I don't know who you are, but Ivali has a great point there. I will always address you as my senior. You correct me, and we move on from there. Simple, that's how I am. But anyway,
I've learned when I have guests, I ask them from behind the scenes, how would you like me to refer to you?
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes.
Let's not take it for granted.
Yes, I always do that with my guests.
But I always ask them, how would you like me to refer to you?
Yes. So I learned my lesson.
I always ask now.
I learned my lesson. Auntie.
I don't get that anymore. Yes.
Honestly, I learned my lesson.
Anyway, great show. Let me go.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you so much. Bye. So like Ivan said, it's correct on media, because the media is a global world. You have different people from different backgrounds, who you have to understand their culture as well. And that was me thinking, maybe she was from Mood Swings. Egusi, LASS Shilanzive, welcome, darling. I see you. Thank you, sis, for coming. Honestly, I was so shocked because that's how I was raised. In our family, if somebody's older than you, Ivali is. I love the way you think, to be honest, and that's true. That's correct. Especially in our call, I'll talk about that comment actually of yours. In my family, if somebody's older than you, even by a day, you will call them Ndiga. For all my Bafu people who are here, call them Ndiga. Ndiga this, which means brother this, sister this. It means senior this or senior that. And that has always been with me. And also, like I said, in your household, Egusi Sheila, Yes, so yes, like society, there's hierarchy. At home, there is hierarchy. Greener, nigga Greener is in the building. My blood sis. Nigga Lily, the Lily is not here today. So, you know, like I said, the family has that hierarchical structure where you have the father, the mother, then this, you know, the first, the second, the third, or whatever last was, you know, last born. And that respect is accorded. And from a household like my one, where you have all the niggas, this and nigga that, I've always remembered that. So when I see as somebody who I'm not sure, I give them that respect until I'm actually, it's established that I'm their senior. For example, let me just give you guys an example. FBI clearance, big sis, can you just confirm that with me, please? Confirm that with me. Just to tell you how that literally my psyche works when it comes to that respect side of things. FBI clearance is a profile name. I don't know who is behind that profile, you know, if it's a man or a boy or girl. And there was a time, peace person, I just didn't laugh background. Mama to Kubi, don't laugh. So there was a time FBI clearance wrote to me. She dropped a comment and she said, "How are you, my baby sis?" Ah, voila. The penny dropped. For me, he or she already established that they are my senior. And going forward from that day, I started referring to them as big sis. Beauty queen, welcome, darling. How are you? I started referring to FBI clearance as my big sis because that's just how my brain operates. And that's for my own comfort and to feel like I'm keeping to the values and the principles that I was raised with. Okay. That's how it impacts community and society as well. That respect that I have. For some people, don't get it wrong. It doesn't matter. Some people call their elders by their names. Even back home in Africa, I know a close friend of mine in their household, they don't have all these nigga this and nigga that, brother this or sister this, but they still have the respect among themselves. But the traditional way is that is already reminding you of your position in your family or in your household setting. And you carry that with you outside. And for me, when somebody says that they're my senior, I immediately accord them that respect. And that's why it was a cultural shock for me when I traveled to the UK. When do we know to draw the line? Because we are doomed. Yes, either way. Exactly. When you do not insert the respect, you are damned. When you do, you are still. I always do, and yet to apologize. Exactly, the mother. Exactly. I had to apologize because I was trying to accord some respect, but like Ivan said, which is correct. Some people come from different backgrounds, and we have to be it's almost like politically correct when we are addressing and putting that señorita or señor in front of that name. Because when I think about when I came to the UK, I found it hard, especially when I have my personal development reviews at my job site. You know, I was talking to my boss and I said to him, please, don't get me wrong, don't misjudge me, okay? In my culture, when we speak or talk to our seniors, the co-host is so happy. What's making her so excited? The co-host is so happy. Oh my God. She's having a great time as well as we are having a great time. I said to my boss, I said, please don't get offended because in my culture where I come from, we struggle to look at people in the eyes, okay? It's rude, especially your senior or your boss. You can't be talking to them and looking at them in their eye, eyeball to eyeball, because it's disrespectful. It's considered disrespectful. Like who are you? Like almost like a challenge. You're challenging the senior person, you know? Whereas here, they expect you to show truth and honesty. You have to be having that eyeball to eyeball contact. So that's just to tell you how a community is built based on the values that they instill in a child from the family foundation. From the family foundation. Coho, yeah, so happy. Johnson Takwan, welcome, darling sis. FBI Clara says, Bella Fountain says, respect is what I was raised with. So I am so proud when someone respects me that way. Exactly, and I have to. When I know you're my senior, I have to. I have to give you that respect, because that's just how, for my own sanity too. And it also reminds me, when I'm in a community setting, when I'm in my community, I have to, give back that respect to who respect is due, or whoever earns that respect. I have to give it back to them. Because I feel like if I don't do that, I'm letting my family down. I'm letting my parents down, because they have taught me to always accord respect to my seniors. And that's why I've said on this particular camera that if somebody, my senior, were to upset me or get me very angry or disappointed, rather than me light my camera and go berserk at this person, if I cannot control my emotion and talk to them and express myself in a more mannered way, I will walk away, and walk away quietly. Look at my chubby Abel. That's my baby. That's my daughter right there. How are you guys doing today? You've decided to join your auntie's show. Welcome, 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 darling. Greener say, you better respect me, Bella. Come in. Sis, I always call you sis. I always do. You're my big sis. You're my big sis for life. Oh, Greener, you're my big sis for life. Much love, my darling big sis. Sorry. Yes, sorry. Should I open this again? Open this again. Sit down, please. Sit down. Thank you. Ivani said, that means Bella's supposed to call me Nangia Ivan. Yes! Yes, Nangia Ivan Lee. Oh, the truth is, on every platform, when you have a channel, sit down, honey, please. Can you sit down? Ray, can you have a seat, please? Thank you. Sit down, honey. Sit down. Thank you. Sit down for me, please. You can change your TV. Sorry guys, I'll be right there in a minute. Sit down. Sit. Sit, please. Don't get mommy upset, okay? There you go. Perfect. Thanks, Ajan. The honest truth, sorry guys, co-host needed my attention. The truth is, Emerita Grace Muma, welcome. On every platform, right? On every platform, you can go to your database and you can actually see your audience and the age groups that you have. And you know what? I'm so honored and I'm humbled that most of my viewers are between 32 and 45. 32 and 45. This is a range, which is telling me that it's either we are of same age or most of my audience are my senior. And that's why I always said I'm very conscious when I address things or matters on my show, because I know I have my seniors. Most of the people watching me here are my seniors, most of them, or same age groups. So I have to be very careful when I respond or when I put my points across. Co-host, I think you have to come on holiday to your auntie. Yay! Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. So we have to be very, 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 very careful with the way we raise our kids when it comes to, I was talking about the love and the value. When a child feels loved and safe and protected in the family, they will give that same love and protection for their community. They will have that same affection for their community. They will have that same sense of belonging for their community. They will have that same sense of respect for their community. If you have a child who hasn't grown in that love and affectionate or affectionate environment, they cannot. How do they understand how to show love if they can't show love to their own siblings? If they live in a haphazard or wayward manner at home, they can't. They cannot do it. They can't do it. It's like, let me say, for example, you have a mom, a single mother who lives a life with no care in the world, bring men in and out as they so please. What do you think is going to happen to the girl children in that household? The likelihood is that they are going to become the side chicks that we are crying today. They're going to become those same type of side chicks that have disregard for people's matrimonial unions. I read a comment under Bella Power. Somebody said marriage is overrated. I had to laugh. That marriage is overrated, because I thought, my God, if we have people who are actually thinking that marriage is overrated, I'm not surprised that we have so many people who would side with side chicks, who would praise side chicks, even though they know the havoc that side chicks are actually committing in the lives of other family. How the havoc, the damage that side chicks are actually doing in people's families. The destruction that side chicks are having in the lives of people's kids. If you grow up in a house where you feel like your mom has taught you how to respect, shown your father so much respect, your father has shown your mother so much respect, and they know that they are a unit and no one should come in between them. That's why some of you have grown, I've never seen my dad, may he rest in peace, and my mother go at each other, never growing up. I never saw that. But that does not mean they didn't have their little fights or tiffs at the back. They did. But what did they do? They protected us from seeing it. But what my mother would do is she would advise you that marriage is not a bed of roses. She would tell you the honest truth. Sometimes I'll listen to you. You guys know your father is a saint. You always believe your father is a saint, because we always believe he was a saint, because we knew our father did not wrong. Our father could not do any wrong because of the way he treated my mom and because of the way mom treated dad. So for us, they were like saints. And I wouldn't think that dad would want to go and destroy somebody's family by going to remove somebody's wife. Or mom would want to go and destroy somebody's home. But they can't destroy now. That is already gone. Mom can't now, because that mom now is just sitting and enjoying her retirement. Okay, she doesn't even have that energy to do those kind of things, I wouldn't think, if my mom couldn't do it, and if my mom preached respect for people's families, I know I cannot growing up. And that's why growing up, I would never. The thought of even dating a married man, I cannot even begin to conceive such an idea. My babies are right here. Relax, Yad, Mama, welcome. Oh, BBTV, welcome, darling, Mommy, Minister Mrs. Bridget Benjamin. Welcome. Thank you so much for always supporting Bella Fountain TV. Thank you so much. Emeritus Grace and the greener pasture. Mama, greetings. Oh my God. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy. I believe say Bella, marriage is overrated. It's a very debatable topic. Truth is, most modern day marriages, especially those displayed on social media, are shams. They are. I couldn't agree more with you on that. Honestly, I couldn't agree more with you on that. The talks of love are mostly for the gram. Yes, because, and that's why I find it funny when people were saying that, oh, Mommy Bree didn't, they use the word in quotes, like kiss, like give a proper French kiss. Is it French kiss? What's the French kiss? What's it called? The French kiss, is it the one that you go full force? That she didn't give proper French kiss to her husband on camera. And I'm thinking, since when was that the measuring rod for how much somebody loves their wife or husband? Because if that's how you're measuring it, my people, condemn my marriage, because I would never come on social media to be kissing my husband. In fact, he wouldn't even. My husband is very shy. He's a very shy man. He wouldn't even accept. He wouldn't tolerate that nonsense. He will not. He will never do that. And because, like, Ivan Lee has said, people who put these things on social media, the Prince person is laughing because she knows. You know your brother is very shy. He will never do that. He'll probably think I'm mad. He'll think I'm mad. Yes. French. Which one is French kiss? Kiss na kiss. French kiss is front of the camera. Proof which point. I'm telling you, the mother. That's how they want to measure that Uncle Ben loves Mommy Brie. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Laughable. I was laughing. I was literally cracking up. I was cracking up. Because for people who love their marriage, when people value their relationship, especially your marriage, you don't have to put it to the wall. You put your marriage out there, you're feeding your family to the wolves. It's a simple truth. If you put your affair out there, when I was my husband now, when we're dating as boyfriend, girlfriends, fiance, I was flying pictures left, right, center, backward. When I got married, my dear, let me be enjoying in secret. I don't need to tell the world what I'm having, what I'm enjoying at home. I don't have to show the world, because if I do, you have people out there, like the hungry side chicks are waiting. They are hungry side chicks that are waiting, and they will seize every opportunity. You have desperate, I call them desperate hyenas. Desperate hyenas waiting to eat on your husband's flesh. A principle, the voice of reason, welcome. I will never, Jinken Don says, I will never. If that's how they want to measure the love my husband has for me, please tell me my husband don't love me. I accept that my husband doesn't love me. I accept. This is crazy. Growing up, I was not taught to do PDA. I can't. PDA. Who does that on social media? How many of the social media relationship have worked out? Nous sommes sans vergogne. Hey! Somebody help me. Miss Kim has finished me. What does that mean? Somebody help me. Miss Kim, please break it down. So who he loved bad luck for this street? Exactly. Ajo Matchfire says, ask. Thank you. Somebody help me with Miss Kim. Translate for me. Your sister cannot do this French. Nous sommes sans vergogne. My fiance will never be on it. No, I can't. And I respect people's union. I treat everybody's relationship based on how they want to present it. If somebody has decided that their relationship is going to be private, let it be private. If they have decided that they don't want to do the French kiss, it's their choice. That does not determine how happy they are. It doesn't literally determine how happy they are in their marriages. Most of those people who come and they're showing and displaying all those things on social media, they are suffering in their relationship. They are dying in silence at home. And then they come in front of the camera and they put this mask. They wear this mask when they are dying in silence. When they're dying in silence, they put a facade. Who do you want to impress? Who do you want to impress? Live in your truth. Don't come and do Pepe Dengang, and Pepe Dengang went wrong. Look at the example I'll quote again, Toto DK, who used to make people believe that Churchy was the one, giving her all the lavish gifts and cars and all whatnot. But when, everything went sour, what happened? We came to find out that it wasn't Churchy who was giving her those things. She was actually buying those things for herself. Or better still, some of the things were given by her ex-boyfriend. Social media is make-believe. Social media, you follow social media at your own peril. Honestly. Avalisa, if someone were to bring me on media and talk about my relationship, I will never answer. Personally, my relationship is not open to debate. Thank you. Even my close friends know that. Thank you. If I come to you and ask for advice, give me advice. Give me advice. And when you see people who have so much disregard, for the relationship of others, trust me, if you go to the foundation, of those people, you will realize that mom or dad, get down, sit, please. You realize that it's almost like a generational thing. Most people who have no regard for relationships of others, respect for people's privacy, people's relationship, are those who have no disregard. And that's why I will never, like I said, I will never support any side chick. I keep saying it again. I will never support any, I don't care what anybody says. People say, oh, polygamy. Yes. You can have a polygamous relationship. Have a polygamous relationship all you want, as long as it's done correct. I have family members who have been polygamous in their relationship. Okay? As long as it's done correct. And did that end well? Of course not. I will never be in support of polygamy. That's just a simple truth. And that's based on personal experience. I will never. Worse to talk of a side chick. That's why it's important in that we instill in our kids the respect for people's family. While we are on that, I want to play a video. I want to play an audio. It's actually a video, but I want you guys to listen. Family, please. For those of you, actually, why am I carrying this up? For those of you who have not actually started teaching your kids on how to respect other people's families, I need you guys to listen to this. Listen to this, because we are having a community where there's disrespect, there's lack of value for other people's relationship, because some of our parents have failed to teach the kids that there are certain things that you do not get involved with, you do not encourage, you do not embrace. They have failed to do that. I want to play this so we can all hear. And tell ourselves and make that commitment to ourselves that we will help our children to become better citizens, because our community will suffer if we don't raise good kids. Our community will suffer. If you any community that is suffering now, if you look at the people causing the havoc, if you go and check the background, you would relate it to the household, the upbringing. You will relate it to the upbringing. Sit down, honey, please. Can you sit down for me? Can you sit down? What happened here? It's gone off? That's it. Sit down. Sit down, mommy. Sit down, mommy. Mommy's almost done, okay? I'm almost done. Thank you. Well done. Let me get apple. Eat apple? Apple? Let's have some apple. Let's have some apple. Yummy. I lost respect for any person when you're a side chick or they participate for anything called polygamy. Thank you. I don't support polygamy. Talk less of side chick. So let me play this. Like I said, if you see anybody who is supporting side chick, trace back. That's why I don't believe in that thing that or your child is a bad influence to another child. I don't believe so much in that. I believe in that a good child is a good child. You have a strong foundation with core principles and values, regardless of what kind of friend you have. They cannot change you so easily. If anything, if your values are so strong, you are bound to change those persons. You are bound to convert a bad friend to a good friend. Kayla, oh my darling sis, Kayla, you abandoned me so much. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. It's such a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for coming. You know, if anything, any child from a good home, from a great upbringing, your principles and value will overshadow the bad principles or values of your friends. It will. Bella, that's because some of our parents tolerate a lot and did not have the psychological or emotional balance to raise some of us well. And some people are still doing it today. Exactly. They have not learned anything from that. They have not learned anything from that. They have not. They have not. Okay, Kayla. Oh, study, sis. Study and come and impact us, please. Study and come and impact us. I hope your study is getting on so smoothly. All the best. Mimi Shirak, my legit, beautiful, big sis. That's my sis. My very own legit, fine one for that matter. Thank you so much for coming, big sis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Visionary Star TV. Oh. So, I want to play this. You guys listen to this. Listen to this because, like I said, let's raise our kids. Bring them up to respect people's families. Respect people's family. Respect people's marriages. And, protect your family. Protect your own family because, trust me, you may feel you're doing it. It's not going to affect you. It will turn back to affect you. It will turn back to affect you in the sense that your child will make wrong choices in life. Your children will make wrong choices in life. Some of these children are not just bad. They have decided to bring shame to their families, no matter the values that, yes, there are some of them like that. Regardless of how much they've taught them the values, they still want to bring shame. Let's listen to this, please. This side chick business that we talk about a lot and people make fun of it is getting on my skin. Listen to this sad story. A boy came and shared his story recently. Lumde Kumba Muma. Welcome.
So I just went under the comments and I was
okay.
The thing when they posted that news, I just went under the comments and I was reading the comments. My head was scattered. A lot of people, that Judy woman is a wicked woman.
Yes, this video, I love this video because you know how sometimes we only feel that women are the home breakers or home wreckers. Men also, so we don't only have side chicks, we have gigolos. Is that how they call them? Those men who take married women? How do you call the men who take married women? What's the term to call a boy who goes after a married woman? What's the term? How do you call those people? Gigolos are worst. Okay, we have a call. Hello.
Hello, Bella.
Hi, sis. Welcome. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now clearly. Welcome.
Okay. Greetings to everybody in the house.
Greetings, sis.
Bella.
Yes.
You see this thing?
Yeah.
You people are there, like you're touching some areas in people's life that they decided to bury, okay? Until it comes to you, then you understand, okay? People who do that shit and they are proud and boastful of it, they're so petty. They are like, I just see any woman who decide to be a side chick as a woman who doesn't have confidence, who doesn't know their value.
Thank you.
It's such a shameful thing, okay? I don't care if they say there are more women than men. If you're a woman of class, a woman who knows their worth, your own man will come. You wait and you will not settle for less. Okay? See, I'm a victim. I don't want to put my story out. The people will cry.
Oh my God.
Okay? It's such a shame that I don't care. People say, oh, I watched a show that I was so pained. For a woman to go about crying, to calling you out that you're dating my man, I don't give a hoot. We all know how abroad is. There are couple who decide not to sign official marriage certificate because of the benefits they want to gain abroad.
Oh yeah, we know how this thing plays.
Dating as couple.
Yes, I know how this thing plays. I know.
We have a lot of families that live like that. They are married traditionally, but legal wise, it's not because
civil, like civil, yeah.
Immigration status.
Yes.
People should just shut their fuck up and stop putting their shit outside and they are boastful of it. I hate it when I see beautiful young girls making themselves look like some little rat, you know, giving your pride for men to toy with. It's so annoying. It's so annoying when these loose men go about telling all sort of lies and girls or women are falling for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I'm so sorry that for the families that are going through this. Look at this family in Nigeria. Look at what they're going through.
Mommy.
Who knows the story that I was telling the woman outside?
Honestly.
And see how that man has brought herself so low.
Yes.
Who benefits what? And look at our dear doctor of a brother. Look at what is going on. And now, see, please, I don't want to go far. I don't want to bring trouble. It's a lot of things that I see going on.
Yeah. Please.
Wrong is wrong. If a man tells you I wasn't married to this woman, that woman is not a fool. They had a life, 2 kids, 3 kids, and their child is even going about begging, calling their father out, meaning that there's something serious. And that man is a lousy man because a man who is man enough will settle this issue.
Yeah.
Will put the 2 women together or the family together and say hello.
Because it boils down, it's about your family. It's about, this is the thing, it's about your family. Regardless, that's why I have a problem with this Yule Duchi situation. When it concerns your family, protect your family. You don't have to expose your family. You have to protect your family.
Kids, especially the kids. Because when you do that, the people who suffer most are the kids.
Oh my goodness.
Parents are abroad, yes. There is distrust, there is betrayal and everything.
Yeah.
But they can deal with it, you know. But the kids, they are the unfortunate people in this situation.
Always. They are.
You know, even if you have to do it with some pride. Do it like, and if you're caught, back out.
There cannot be any way of, how can you be proud dating a married man? I don't understand, sis. How can you even be proud? You can't even say, do it with discreet, not do it with pride. You cannot be proud dating a married man. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Crazy.
No, you can't. Auntie Rosemary says, any man that sit beside you and call the mother of his children will do the same to you. That is a big red flag. Of course. Any man who does not respect the wife in public and sides with a side chick.
Bella, I left all of my comments. I'm just so angry. Have a good evening. I just said I should call and this thing is so annoying. Have a good evening, my dear.
Thank you, sis. Thanks for the contribution. Thank you. Oh my God. Asking for a friend said it, my auntie dearest. Any man, sit down, honey. Is it gone off again? Is it gone off again? Ooh, it's on now. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, what have you done? There you go. We have a caller. Hello, hello, Auntie.
Yes, sorry, I did not write it well. You know, sometimes it just picks it up and it, and goes with it.
Yeah.
Thanks to that this previous caller. Yes, I was trying to say any man who sits in front of you and in front of the world and your friends and call the mother of his children a prostitute. Yes. Who does that? Who do this? That's a big red flag.
Jesus.
He will do it to you. He will do it to you. If he can do it to the mother of his children, knowing that the whole world is watching him, and you are there smiling, any man who does that, who disrespects the mother, this is the mother of your children, and you call her those words in front of the world because you've seen something that lasts for 2 minutes. I'm sorry, he will do the same thing to you. It's just a matter.
It's about it's about the child. It's about the children. When
all these things happen, you're not going to be the first, you're not going to be the last. It's the way you handle it that matters.
Yeah.
Be discreet. At least have some decorum. What is happening to this new generation? Have some decorum.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shame. Those are things that people do and they hide it.
That's what
you even hear in gossip. You want to
yes. In the days.
Never happened. People don't really agree that it never happened.
But this
taboo that it used to be. That's not something that you brag about. It's about why have you kept your dignity? Why are some people so desperate? What? Wait your turn. People are trying to override God. Wait your turn.
Hotbox 237. Welcome, Danny says. Welcome.
Sorry?
No, go on. I'm greeting people.
It's that spirit of negative competition. Because my girlfriend is married. My girlfriend have a boyfriend. They go out together. So I'm the only one tagging behind them.
Yeah.
Wait your turn. Just put it in prayers. Align it and wait. If you wait your turn and you really pray for it, and you are a preacher, whatever, and you say you are a pastor or a preacher, you pray for it, God will bring you your own person. You don't have to do a packy. They like that, and then come and shove it, and then you shove it to the. Do you know what mental health is? Do you know what that? This is just the same thing that Yule Jochi did.
I was going to come to that mental health point.
Just watching to be on YouTube now. These teenagers, they have phones. To be on YouTube street and then to just see their daddy with another woman introducing and calling their mother in front of the whole world.
No, nobody should do that. That's the most disgusting thing that can ever happen. That's the most disgusting thing that can ever.
The thing that you did. We're playing it all over and over again, and people are not getting it.
Yes.
And then when we are talking, they are saying that, oh, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? They are proud. Association of this. Association. You can be anything. Oh, it's your choice. It's about discretion, my dear.
Yeah.
That's what we are talking about. Be discreet.
Come on, Gist TV. Welcome, sis.
And especially when you are going out with a man who has children.
That's what I'm talking about.
That man in front of the camera, maybe he drank something or whatever, and come and start there and call his children's mother that kind of word in front of the whole world to hear. Do you know what that can do to those children?
Yes.
Let's be very careful how we try God, though. That's all I'm saying. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. That's crazy. That's sickening. That's sickening because if anything, that's what I was saying from the beginning of this show. With regards to Asaba's post, if we fall out as a couple, regardless of our differences, regardless of what is going on between us two, when kids are involved, you cannot. What are you doing, honey? What's happening here? We have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mommy Bree.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. Welcome. You're on live show.
Beautiful show.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for at least putting your mouth into all these things. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, we just have to keep talking. It's so frustrating. The disgrace is too loud. Everything. I don't even know what to say. I don't understand why young girls would decide to make their life so desperate to this extent, just to, I don't know who are they fighting with, I don't know who they are trying to please, I don't know whether that's how marriage is all about. I don't know, but
I can't.
I don't know. It's really, really, Mommy has my friend, thank you. I just finished listening to Mommy ask my friend what she said there is we are living one story.
Keep possible. Keep possible.
It's just one story to the same story to the same. It's just like, I don't know whether there's a mental situation going outside. I don't know whether people are depressed. They are trying every means to please their depression. I don't really know. I spoke with the wife today, and I have a lot to talk tomorrow.
With the wife, so with the wife. Wow, whose wife? Whose wife? You the Duchi's wife?
No, I spoke with the wife of that guy who came on camera and was talking rubbish today.
Which guy? Which guy?
That guy in Germany now, whether it's cheap or who they call him.
So somebody came on live today, not Dr. Fred?
No, it's not Dr. Fred. It's one guy. One mommy asked for a friend just said now.
Okay. Okay.
One mommy friend said that a guy came on camera and was insulting the wife. That's the same person I'm talking about. That tomorrow I have a live show. I spoke with the wife. I've spoken with the whole family. With
Jesus.
The guy's mother. I've spoken with the guy's mother. I've spoken with the whole family. So I have a big live show. I was supposed to do it today, but I said, no, let me gather myself. Because there are a lot of people who want to call on that show. So I'll gather myself. I'll do the show tomorrow. I'll put the poster up already.
Oh, my God.
I think we'll take it from there because at the end of the day, they promised to insult me, but I don't have a choice. I have to do the live show. I'm going to do the live show tomorrow, and I don't care the consequences that comes out from it. I said I'm standing against side chick.
100%.
Otherwise, I nobody will change my mind about that. No matter how they try to bring it out, how they try to dramatize it, the truth is that when you are a side chick, there are some levels of things you do, and there's some levels of things you don't do. I will not sit quiet. So I just said I want to contribute on what Mommy asked for a friend said. Bella, thank you so much for the show.
Thank you, Mommy Bree.
And I want to thank all the people that are standing against side chick because at the end of the day, this is horrible. If you've never gone through when your husband cheats on you, you will not understand the pain of when your husband is doing some certain things and bringing it in the public, you will not understand the pain that another woman is going through. So I'm happy that when people are doing this, they are all women. And I pray that things that people are doing for other women should visit them also. So we'll see on my show tomorrow, 5 p.m.
Just Babe, Mommy Bree, okay, thank you. Just Babe is asking. Thank you, Mommy Bree. Thank you so much. Just Babe, Mommy Bree says she'll talk about it on her show tomorrow. So we'll all be gathering there because this is a lesson that we have to keep talking in our community. Like we say about this side chick thing, I'm going to play a video. Thank you, Mommy Bree. Thank you. I'm just as lost. Somebody said Bella is lost. Yes, I'm lost because Mommy Bree has said she'll have a show about this tomorrow. So we will be looking forward to it about this side chick. So we have a new case of side chick in the community. Ajo Mashfire. But my darling sis, Ajo Mashfire is saying, happy Easter, my beautiful Bella. I'm on night shift. Bye. Mwah. Thank you so much, beautiful sis. Thank you so much for always being and supporting me. Asking for a friend just said, a man stands in front of a camera and insults the mother of his children, prostitute. And this person is already a recipe for disaster. Such men should be avoided. If Bella says, I am lost, what is going on? Kayla, Auntie Rosemary just called and said, talk about a man who came on camera and insulted the mother of his children, a prostitute, because he's in a new relationship. And that's a red flag. If any person can tolerate a man who will come on live or go on social media and call his previous partner or the mother to his kids prostitute, then and you're with that person, good luck to this person. We always see the red flags, but yet we ignore them. I don't understand what is wrong with us. I don't know if it's a pressure of that community expectation to get married, or we have decided to just be wayward, or we have decided that we want to do things to get under the skin of other people. I don't understand. Because personally, first of all, it's a no. Any man should be a man who cannot protect his family, a woman who cannot protect his family, regardless of what is happening. You're not a good person. You are not, if you cannot protect your family, that's why I said Mr. Leo, I will always have respect for Mr. Leo, because why? He has refused to say anything negative about Asaba. He refused. He wouldn't say, and Asaba wouldn't say. Asaba said some time ago, but Mr. Leo has refused, vehemently refused. Why? He wants to protect the mental well-being of his child. Like Asaba said, this child was a happy, bubbly child who was suddenly turned into this quiet, introverted child. They want to protect their child. It's very important. If you are a father or a mother, you're going out, tarnishing or rubbishing your ex-partner, you're ruining the lives of your children. You are ruining and distancing yourself from your child. A child will always be a child. A father, you have to be a father, regardless of what. When it comes to judgment, community or society judgment, they will look at it and think, you are the father. It's a child. Even if the child is being disrespectful to you, the child will come on social media and do those silly things and call you names. I watched a court show where this child was having a go at the dad for not being there and talking. The father was like, doing the same exact thing as the child. I'm thinking, you're the father. For goodness sake, you cannot do exact same thing that the child is doing. You have to teach the child that is how it's being done. You have to teach a child. Any responsible father or mother will not do that. Will not. You cannot. You cannot. Kim Possible's comments are very interesting. I want to read Kim's Possible. The man says he is not married. Which man? Which I must go after this. I must look for this show. Shona, who said he is single? Hello, sis.
Hello, Ella.
Hello.
Yeah, I want to say something really quick.
Yes.
I saw somebody asking a question that if the man has marriage certificate with the woman. I made mention abroad is a lot of people, a lot of families that I know that are married traditionally but not legally.
Not civil.
Based on immigration status.
Yes.
And we all know that.
Yes.
So if the man is taking advantage, especially these men who are Casanovas, all these men who cannot keep their pants on their waist, that's what they will do. They will weaponize that aspect against their wife, that we don't have marriage certificate. Actually, they are right. They don't have anything legally binding them together. But my problem is the children in the middle.
Yes.
Even if you have to,
yes,
there is a way you will do it to protect your children's interest. That man has kids that are teenagers already.
I cannot wait to watch this show. Jesus,
a teenager already. It is so wrong. God forbid I have a brother or a man like that. I curse that man.
Jesus.
Men like that should not exist on this planet Earth. You come on life and call a woman who has kids for you prostitute. He's so shameless.
This is so.
And as for the woman that he's sleeping with, that's how they'll term her prostitute tomorrow. It shows how low they are.
Yes.
I don't even know where people get such men from. It's such a shame. Please, I'm so angry with that man. Please, let me go.
Oh my God. This is serious. This is a. So we have another situation in the community. Oh my goodness. Do you know when they say in life? You know when they say in life that when we just missed the call. When they say in life that when you look for something, you see it. I'm going to play this video in a minute. Let me see. We just had a missed call. At the mid call. Hello, sis. I'm all right, thanks. How are you? Hey, big sis. Do you want to be on the show? All right, let me put you on the show.
Okay.
Welcome, sis. You're live, big sis. You can go on.
Okay, I greet everybody in the house. I just want to share this little story of mine. 6 months ago, there's this corner shop around my house. So there's this one man, I always meet that man there. He will always stop me and say he loves me, this, blah, 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 going on. So I said to him, no, I'm not ready for any relationship. You know, like they always pressurize you and all that. Mm-hmm. So one day, like 3 weeks after, the hospital where I work, the wife is working there as a support worker.
Jesus.
Yes. So I didn't know that was his wife. So like we were during our break, we're in the staff's room having something to eat. The lady is 6 months pregnant that time. She was 6 months pregnant. So, you know, like we Africans, we like to chat and all that. We like to come together when we're in workplace.
Yes.
So the lady was busy showing me her wedding pictures, you know, back in Nigeria and all that. So I saw that man.
Big sis.
Yes. So I saw that man. So I kept quiet. I said, oh, is that your husband? She said yes to me. I said, oh, that's nice. He's so handsome. So we're just laughing. And then, you know what I did?
No.
Few months after, one day I just called the lady. I said, there's something I want to tell you. And I don't want you to kick off. I want you, do you love your husband? She said, yes. I said, how much? She said, very much. We've got their first child is 4 years, it's son. I said, okay, there's this thing I want us to do, but I do not want you to kick off. I want you to behave maturely because I don't want to destroy you and your husband. Are you ready? She said yes to me. I said, okay. I said, I want to invite you in my house, such and such time. Come there. So she came. So I invited the man. I purposely went to that shop so that I'll meet the man. So when I met him there, he was talking to me. I said, oh, do you mind coming to my house at 6 p.m.? He said, oh, he was so excited.
Oh my God, you probably, you see this man? You see this man? You see this man?
So he's been telling me he's not married. He doesn't have anybody in UK. He's just newly came. That man has been in this UK for the past 7 years.
Wow.
So when the man finally came to my house, opened the door, entered, his wife was sitting there.
Just like the video.
So I said, have a seat. I said, since you've been trying a serious relationship with me, I invited your sister. He said, oh, no, it's not my sister, it's my wife. I said, oh, so you are married.
This is Savase Savoir.
I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was your sister because you told me you're not married. You barely live in UK for long. Sis, he was standing up like there was nothing flowing in him like blood. So I said, brother, please sit down. I'm not that type. I don't want to destroy your marriage.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to tell both of you is, if you love yourself, don't go about cheating on each other. Maybe you're trying to play this game because your wife is pregnant, but you just want to release maybe some water out of your ways with another woman, but that is not definitely me. Yeah. I say, I'm sorry. But if you people are stepping your feet out of my house and you think you're going to get separation because of me, you're wasting your time. Don't do that.
This is crazy.
I want you people to be together. But don't let anyone destroy you and your wife.
That was very
it's not a good thing. You know, up to today, that woman is, I'm the best friend ever.
You saved her marriage. You saved the dignity of her marriage. That's what you did.
Yes. And you know what? They are together. That man, he respects me more than anything he sees me now.
That's very good. Wow.
I think, you know, there are some women out there that when you think of doing something like this with them, they will not even want to listen to you. Wow. They will call you prostitute. They will call you this. You were the husband snatcher and all that. Yeah. Some will not even try to behave
give you the chance to listen. Yeah. Wow.
So you see, that's why most marriages, they are being destroyed because of you. If women could come together and talk and understand each other, maybe most of these men, they wouldn't have been cheating. But some women, they don't want to listen. When once you want to expose their husband, they don't want to hear that. Instead, they'll turn on you and start insulting you. If you see a woman who wants to talk to you, woman to woman, about your husband, listen.
Give them a chance.
If you don't like what she's saying, just say, thank you, sister.
Yeah.
Then you move on, you know?
Yeah. My God, that was so brave of you, Big Sis. That was so brave of you because not many women will do that. You know, some of them, they will probably see the picture and realize, oh my God, it's that same guy. But then they would just not tell the wife, they will walk away. Yet they'll probably be going around talking about this person's relationship with other people, making fun of them. And this sister is dying in silence in her marriage, not knowing that she's been played for the fool. And just the fact that you called, yeah.
You see the woman, she's very young. I think she was 28 years old girl.
Yeah, this is.
And I was like, you brought this one from Africa just to be messing about with her. It's not good. So I took like few months, sis. I was not passing in front of that shop. I was scared that Amma would break my head.
That's crazy.
I was scared.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. You're very brave. Just Babe is also saying you're very brave. Like the personality
so
will not involve.
Later on we come, everything came to terms. Nobody was hating each other. Right. And I can see they are together up to today.
Thank God for that. Thank God. This is a very exceptional case, to be honest with you. Yeah. Because if you ask my honest opinion, I would not lie to you guys. I don't think I would have been brave like my big sis to call the woman and the wife and call them out like that. I would have just walked away quietly and just thinking, oh my God, is that how people are, But, you've done what you've done. Fortunately, it's worked out good. And we pray that this family has learned a lesson. And this man can go on to teach that his 4-year-old boy how to be a proper father. I'm hoping he'll use that example to teach him so he wouldn't do the same mistake that he did, years back in his younger days. Thank you so much, Big Sis, for sharing this experience. That's an amazing story. Thank you.
You're welcome. You all have a good evening.
Thank you, Big Sis. Bye. Oh my God. Okay, just Babe put a comment. I must read that comment. I must read it. Says, so many of my friends' husbands have hit on me, but I don't see any reason why they should know. I deal with the husband accordingly. Why involve the women in their husband's mess? This is the truth, because personally I would say don't tell the husband if the wife don't know. But then, like my big sis is saying, she's trying to protect another sister's marriage. That's what she did. That's why she did what she did. And obviously they were not friends. In just Babe's case, I can understand big sis that your husband has his friend group, and you don't want to ruin that beautiful friendship that he has with his friends. So you took that responsibility to save their friendship and still save your marriage and the dignity of your marriage. So thank you so much for doing that. Beautiful universe. Welcome, darling sis. Thank you. Ara. Welcome, my sweet sis. Treaty, sisterly, welcome. What's the dress code for CCWA, Treaty? What's the dress code for CCWA? Drop the dress code, my darling sis, Treaty. So thank you guys. Thanks to every contribution. The man had no plans of leaving his wife, but what your friend has done by telling the woman is take her peace of mind away. Yeah, that would have taken the peace of mind away, but I hope that actually now they've built that relationship and built that bond and that understanding. And sometimes also maybe the man will know that there are eyes on him. God has given him a second chance. He better not mess up. So like we were saying, when you are in a relationship and you've broken up and you come on social media and you talk about your other half in a negative and nasty manner, it just says the kind of person that you are. It explains to the world why the woman left you in the first place. It explains to the world why you left the woman in the first place. It explains to the world why you can't be with a woman in the first place for a long time or long-term relationship. It explains a lot. It explains a lot. And for any person who will want to take on this person, I know they say, you know how they say in Pidgin, any bem pot get it cover. Any bem pot get it cover. Maybe there's another screwed up pot somewhere who is going to take up this man. And they're fit for each other and they live. And of course, if this person was a social media person and they've come and made all this fuss about their wife, calling their wife prostitute, the person who takes on this person, even when they are going through hell in that relationship, they will not be able to tell the world. Why? Because then they would say, you knew it, you saw it, he came, he spoke about his ex-wife. Yet, what did you do? You did nothing. So you can't cry. Those are the people who will die in silence. And for you, and if you're having children, what are you doing? Destroying the lives of your kids, destroying the mental well-being of your kids. It's a typical example, Yule Duchi's son. They said he was an A-star student, moving from an A-star to a student who was barely scoring a pass because the relationship dynamics of his mom and dad was affecting him drastically in his life, in his studies. We think about our children when we do those things. It's not about us. It's not about us. It's about the kids. Protect your child. Be a father. You brought that child. It's your responsibility to protect that child. It does not matter how stubborn that child is. It's your child. You beat a child, you bring the child indoors, you don't kick the child out. It means you never loved your child in the first place. It means you never loved your kids in the first place. If you can come out to disgrace your mother in public, it means you never loved your kids in the first place. People can even question if you actually father those kids or you actually mother those kids or birth them. People can question that. What is this society turning into? There's no excuse to come on social media and insult a man, especially. First of all, there's no excuse for a man to come on social media and talk vulgar of a woman or call a woman a prostitute. Talk less of a woman that you've slept with, you've been intimate with. She bore you beautiful kids and handsome kids, whatever gender it may be or sex that it may be. You come online and call them prostitute. No, it's wrong in all aspects. Wrong in every aspect of the world. It's wrong. Let me play this video. I want you guys, this is one of my longest shows, but you need to listen to this audio and see the damage. So, because I want us to understand that the responsibility of home, of our families, lies in the hands of the mothers and the fathers. It's a 50-50 responsibility. Okay? You, the woman, Shireen's Kitchen, big sis, welcome. I am glad that this woman was level-headed, calm, and collected through it. We have a caller. Hello. Oh, hi, Miss Kim. Welcome, darling. Let me put you on the show. Please, guys, welcome Miss Kim. Welcome, darling.
Good evening, Miss Bell. Good evening, followers. Greetings according to your time. A lot. I'm listening to the show and the callers. Actually, what the callers are saying is really, really correct. And there is one thing I always say. I told my kid sister, I remember, that somebody's husband should be your first enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Another woman's husband should be your worst enemy. I remember what I told my kid sister, and I always say it. If like before I got my man, they were approaching me, many of them. I will tell you a story, one story or two, what happened to me. I'm saying this one when I was already mature, but the one that happened, I was still a teenager. Yeah, I didn't know, but the woman called me and said, I heard that one Miss Jude is dating one Doreen. It has gone up, it has come down. I didn't understand. And then when I came, that was when I asked the man, are you married? Your wife called me and this has happened and so. And it ended that day. Then I had a dragger. They will come to you. They have children. They have a wife at home. But they just want you to be like, they want you to satisfy them when their women are not there. So this guy was in Yaoundé. So anytime I travel, because I know I travel a lot. So anytime I travel, before I reach Yaoundé, he'll come pick me up or drop me anywhere I'm going. Maybe he will just stop everything he's doing. He'll come pick me up, drop me where I want to be, then give me money to transport myself home and what to eat during the day. Yeah. And there was a time we were talking, I heard noise on the background. I asked him, who are those? Yeah, he said, no. Ce sont des enfants de Babazine. Ce sont des enfants de ma grande sœur. And one day, I remember again, he had a wound on the feet. Now he has a broken lips. He had a broken lips. I asked him what happened. What has happened? You say, no. Ce sont mes voisins, ce sont mes voisins, ils ont encore bagarré, donc la femme a jeté la bouteille, ça m'a pris ici. I just waved it.
What does that mean?
Throw a bottle. And he lied that he throw a bottle.
Oh my God.
And break his lips, the guy.
Jesus.
Donc, after some time, I traveled to Yaoundé again. So we made, and as usual, I went there to do my things, or maybe I would just want to.
Thanks, beautiful universe.
So I went there. He came pick me up. Then on a Sunday, he came to pick me up. He was well dressed. Now there was a day I told him, so we're just driving around the town. We passed through his place. So we didn't go to his house. I said, why don't you want to take me to your house? He said, non, ma soeur est là et je veux pas qu'elle te voie. Donc je trouve de respect à ma soeur. Et so donc I told him that, okay, we can go, I can sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
He said, non, ça serait pas bien, ça serait un manque de respect.
Terrible thing.
I said, okay. Yeah, that's what he told me. So I felt manque de respect. Donc, the last time I went out to Yaoundé, we had everything. He came to pick me on one Sunday. Donc, I was coming. He was well dressed up and everything. I was coming. He could not even recognize me. He said, wow, chérie, tu es belle. Ma puce. Donc, at times, he always call me ma puce et tout et tout. Donc,
this person, I understand that one. Tu es très belle means you're very beautiful.
Yeah. Donc, he took me. We are driving. I said, okay. We reached somewhere and he said, okay. No, we were going somewhere and he just said, oh, yeah, we make things because he does calls. He does calls, taxi calls.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out to make a calls and we're coming back. He said, non, voici ma femme. It was the neighbor, voici ma femme qui vient d'arriver. On passe de bons moments ensemble. On doit passer de bons moments ensemble.
What? He's trying to ask you guys to have a threesome? What is that?
Non, on passe de bons moments ensemble. comme copine, copain.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Donc, we just went and then he said, oh, donc on va sur une auberge, je suis là. Je dis, ok. Je dois me laver. Donc, non, il y a de l'eau là-bas, l'eau chaude. Non, on peut tout faire pour toi et tout et tout. Donc, I rejected it. I said, why don't you want to take me to your place? You know what he told me, Miss Bell?
No.
Non, désolé, on ne peut pas aller chez moi parce qu'on vient de me donner une femme. Dis, ouais, Abou.
Tu me donnais une femme, c'est quoi?
On vient de me donner une femme. That you just gave him a wife.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I'm trying to understand my French for my sister. Please, person, leave me alone.
Yeah, he just told me that they just gave him a wife from North.
So that day they gave him a wife. Il cherchait d'autres femmes avec baiser comme le quoi?
Donc, c'est parce qu'elle voulait m'avoir, parce qu'elle dit souvent que, parce qu'avant, elle m'a menti, parce qu'elle mentait. Donc, comme si elle avait des femmes, parce qu'elle a des femmes.
Gros menteur.
Oui, elle a des femmes avec des enfants. Donc, depuis, parce qu'on se connaît depuis 2000, si je ne me trompe pas, 2012. 2012 jusqu'à 2016.
Wow.
Jusqu'à 2000, oui. C'est à 2016 qu'il m'a fait comprendre qu'on vient de lui donner une femme.
Tu as avec lui combien de temps?
On se connaît, je viens de te dire qu'on se connaît depuis 2012.
2012.
Depuis 2012, oui.
2015, c'est 3 ans.
2012, 13, 14, 15 et 16. 4 ans.
4 ans. Dr. I welcome. I'm learning my French. Belinda Paul, welcome, Dixie's.
Donc, on se connaît depuis 2013.
Oui.
Donc, il vient me dire à 2016 qu'on vient de lui donner une femme parce que j'ai refusé de...
Miss Kim.
J'ai refusé pourquoi on ne passe pas de bons moments
Kim,
ensemble.
Kim dit que... qu'elle a dit que Kim, il voulait utiliser. Il voulait, he was using you. He was using you.
Oui, il voulait seulement m'utiliser. C'est juste ça. Mais j'étais sage parce que quand on
Auntie Sylvie, welcome.
J'entends toujours les enfants parler. J'entends toujours le voir. Peut-être une femme doit parler et tout et tout. En plus, je lui vois souvent avec des blessures. Je lui vois souvent avec des blessures au visage. Les lèvres sont cassées et tout et tout. Quand je demande, il m'a dit que les voisins sont encore bagarrés. C'est ce que veut me faire comprendre.
Mais
que le voisin une femme a lancé une bouteille sur lui. Donc ça lui a frappé. Oui, c'est ce qu'il m'a dit. Donc, mais le problème c'est que...
Une femme comment on dit violence? Violent?
Une femme violence.
Yeah!
Oui. Ils sont violents. Ce sont parce que c'est une Yaoundé.
Non, ne passe pas dans ce côté. Côté de violence, ne passe le bien côté.
Oui, après maintenant, mais j'étais au courant de ça. J'étais au courant de ça. Le problème, c'est que Miss Belle, j'étais au courant de tout ça. Mais je voulais qu'elle me dise. Oui, j'étais au courant de tout ça. Donc, c'était une dragueur. Et aussi, non, elle me gâte quoi. Tout ce que je veux me faire, on parle à la brique, je mange ce que je veux, je bois. Je me suis une belle vie.
Oui.
Donc, je vis une belle vie, oui. Donc, elle me gaspille très bien.
Oh my God.
Oui, elle me gâte, elle m'a trop gâté.
Trop gâté.
J'ai bien mangé.
C'est lui qui manque. Parce que je connais, tu es belle femme. Comment on dit, ton caractère. Ton attitude est très jolie. Ton énergie est très belle.
Mais le problème, c'est que je constatais qu'elle n'était pas...
Map Stevie, welcome, merci.
En plus, elle n'était pas sérieuse. En plus, elle mentait. Donc, depuis le jour que j'ai refusé, elle m'a dit qu'on vient de lui donner une femme dont la relation maintenant, c'était un genre.
Vous êtes les amis maintenant ou vous êtes comment on dit, ennemis?
Non, nous ne sommes pas des ennemis. On ne sommes pas des ennemis. Et depuis que la relation est comme ça, je l'ai laissée parce que je lui ai fait comprendre que je peux rien avoir. Je peux rien avoir quelque chose. Je ne peux pas avoir quelque chose avec une femme mariée. Parce que c'est un homme autrui. Comment tu peux avoir l'homme pour lui? Je lui dis que non. Maintenant, là, il est l'homme autrui. Donc, il faut qu'on se parle. On reste les amis. Et tout. Donc, il m'a dit, OK. Mais...
It's terrible.
Il n'était pas content. Il n'était pas content. Mais...
Il n'était pas content, mais ça, ce n'est pas ton faute. C'est
pas ma faute. C'est pas ma faute. C'est pas ma faute. Pas ma faute parce que il mentait. Parce que et aussi, il n'était pas juste avec moi.
Absolument, mesquine.
Oui, il n'était pas juste avec moi. On s'est même trompé. Et si sa femme était au courant, je devais avoir des problèmes. Oui, je devais avoir des problèmes.
C'est lui qui manquait.
Mais dès que je suis à Yaoundé, je suis toujours avec lui dans son taxi, on fait de tout et tout. Après, on mange, on prend la brique parce que m'a fait comprendre qu'à la briqueterie de Yaoundé, dès que j'entre à Yaoundé, c'est la brique que je passe. Je mange bien, on part à Tinga, on achète un bon croissant là-bas.
Miss Kim, tu vas vivre une belle vie.
Et j'aime vie belle. La vie, j'aime vie belle.
Oh, Miss Kim, merci, ma pouce. Merci. I love you, darling. You.
And then there was another one, but this one, I respected him so much.
Mm-hmm.
He has never said anything about the wife to me. He came to me. He only wanted to marry me.
Right.
Yeah. And do you know the funniest thing?
No.
He was my dad's friend.
Miss Kim, stay away.
And yeah, and a principal.
Have a Zumba. Welcome, sis.
A principal in the school where my kid sister was. So the wife knows my kid sister. Yeah. And the principal of the school was my dad's friend. And so we were like talking, and I went to the school one day to go and pay fees. I was in his office. He's a Muslim though. Then he asked me, "Tu peux épouser un musulman?" I said, no. Donc, he was just moving around.
Yeah.
They were like
acting very funny.
Yeah. Then he asked me, then he invited me. I said, okay, I love you. And he said, I want to climb you. I said, okay, you want to climb me? It's not yet up to 1 year. So
you want to climb you when are you a mountain? He wants to be climbing you. Other people climb on the mountains.
He said, you want to climb me? I said, okay, I don't have problem with climbing, but we'll make 1 year first. He said no. And he was just avoiding me until it was a year.
Mother.
He came to me again. He said, "Beha, but we've been for 1 year." What? I said, we've not been for a year because you never accepted. I said, you say no. So if you have to do it, we start from now. And he was very wise.
Yes, he wanted to climb and reach the summit and disappear. That's how they are.
You want to climb?
And climb and reach the summit and disappear. These people.
He told me before I climb, you go make tests. So all the things he wanted, I did not do them. So that was a hindrance to us.
To climb, and was he supposed to go and do his own test before he was climbing you?
Yeah.
Was he going?
Yeah, he said he will go do his test and I do my own test too, because he said I'm scared of the HIV. But I never died of it.
This is a thing, Miss Kim, about these big people. All these big people, they say, "Oh, go and do a test." They will take you to their own medical doctor to do the test, and very often they take you to those medical doctors, even if they have those diseases. They've already bribed their medical doctors, and they can give them a negative result, and they'll come and show you, and you sheepishly or naively will go and fall for it. Before you know it, you are already doomed.
And the worst thing is, do you know what? Then now when I went, we were talking. He told me, yeah.
Prince Melvin Nation, welcome, my darling bro.
He asked me now, we are still there. I've not even accepted. He told me, yeah, I have a home here. I have one home here, and there's a new one there that is on construction.
It's crazy.
Which one would you like to stay there?
No.
Choose where you want to stay.
Je n'habite pas ça.
Donc, je n'ai pas accepté. Donc, il said, OK, tu peux choisir là où tu veux rester. Ici ou là-bas. Donc, I send you your driver. I will give you your driver. Your driver will there anywhere.
No, that was wrong. He's trying to make you fall for it, for material things, and I can't stand people like that.
Wait, Miss Bell, he told me that if I want with the other home where they are now, that he can transfer the other wife to the new home. So I stay there, and then we'll make my driver my car, and we'll sit there.
Whoosh.
I said no.
Miss Kim.
There's one thing with this Muslim. It's not every woman that wants to be like, they say they are polygamous, but most of their women are not comfortable. You know what? My kid sister always go to her house. My kid sister knows the house. At times she always send my kid sister to the wife.
Yeah.
And when my kid sister went there with a friend, the wife refused to greet my kid sister's friend.
Because
she feels that when she comes, he can seduce the husband.
Yeah, that's terrible though. Because
one thing I respected the man, in as much as he wanted me at all costs, he never discussed his wife to me. Even though his wife, my kid sister told me that his wife has a lot of that is a lot to say about his wife, which are not
Me
even
too, the
good.
mother. I run from rich people. It scares me.
Yeah, the wife, they say the wife cannot make meal early for him. The wife cannot do, that is, the wife will not get, for example, the wife will get up 4.
But how is that your business? How is that your business? How is that supposed to be your business? He doesn't know you. He hasn't stayed with you. Why will he be telling you all this when he doesn't even know if you're going to do the same?
He did not. He never told me. It was my kid sister. It was my kid sister because the man's cousins were staying there.
Yeah. I see now.
And they knew everything. So most often they go to school without eating.
And they talk to your sister about it.
Yeah, they will go. They will clean everything and clean the house and everything just to wait for food. The boss come pick children at 7.
That's really bad.
Will be awake at some 4.
Yeah.
But the children will go to school at 8:30.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Regardless of the situation, Miss Kim, I'm happy that, to be honest with you.
The man never for once condemned his wife to me.
You see?
We never discussed about his wife. Yeah,
that's it.
One thing I respect.
That's very good. That's what I mean, because they have children, and when you start condemning, when you start condemning your wife,
mature children.
Yeah, that's good.
Mature children.
Well, that's not good, because I mean, at least it's respected in the fact that he does not destroy his wife's image, in the presence of other people. Not unlike other people, so like the youths and the rest.
I respected him. But Miss Bell, he was not giving me money because I did not accept him. He would just give me a Jimmy, and I even deceived him that I lost a box. And I went there, he gave me 10,000. I said, why are you giving me 10,000?
So Miss Kim, you ran because he wasn't giving you money enough.
He was not spending so much.
All right, Miss Kim.
I just want to give me money. I want money to buy a box.
Oh, Miss Kim.
He gave me 10,000. I said, but why are you giving me 10,000? It's 15, 20. He said, if I buy, I'm not buying you box. Have you accepted to marry me?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
crazy. That's great. But the moral lesson in this your story is good. I like the fact that you didn't teach, you didn't talk about the wife. Yeah.
You never talk about the wife.
Yeah.
We never climbed.
Yeah.
We never climbed.
Yeah.
I refused to climb.
Yeah.
All this dragueur.
Good.
I refused to climb.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Because they were in like.
Yeah. You saw the red flags. You saw the red flags.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Miss Kim. I always love your contribution. I love you so much, darling. Thank you so much for always spicing the show. Thank you, Miss Kim. Bisous, bisous, bisous. Thank you, darling. Bye. Oh my God, my Miss Kim.
Bon fait du parc à tout le monde.
Bon fait du parc. Bon fait du parc, ma sœur. Bon fait du parc. Miss Kim, love you, darling. Okay, guys, before we round up the show, I want to play this. Remember, I had to play this audio. We need to listen to this side chick thing, what a side chick did to a family. Okay, this will be our roundup, and we can go home. What an amazing show. What an amazing show. Right, let's listen to this. Please listen to this.
See, the spiritual is a that. See, if you don't do inside something, you don't know. Do you understand? I'm not trying to support the woman.
Hope you guys can hear.
You don't know. Now, I will tell you from my own experience.
This guy is sharing his experience. What happened to their family?
In the early 90s when I was born, my father had money. We were staying in Sonsis Hussein. My father had a very big mechanic workshop. Big one. The likes of Julius Berger were bringing, they were contracting him to fix their whole car.
Please like the video and share.
Young boys. Now, as at that time, my father had 3 Benz to his name. He bought a 190 and a Mercedes 200 in the early 90s. One day, we're just sitting down. My father, enter moto. My mother was, what happened? This guy drove us straight to Babonaga that he will come and explain something is happening. Paid for one room apartment. We just carried few clothes, and so we take this day. You understand? I said he's coming back. My mother, all of us, we didn't even know what was happening. He left. When he left, my mother tried to reach him. No avail. The next day, she said, okay, let her go and try. We're all crying. Daddy, let's go and try. And my mom still tried nothing. Days pass, weeks pass, months pass, years pass. We don't hear anything.
Can you guys hear it? I hope you guys can hear this. Can you guys hear one very wealthy one very wealthy one was after me. He was married, and when I asked him about his wife, he said she was disabled and bedridden. It broke my heart, and I ran for the mountain. Man. Can you guys hear this? That's already a red flag. The mother, exactly. You're very smart anyway. Can you guys hear the audio, please? It's very important.
Man, move on. Put us for school. Start to do our hairdressing work. You understand? From big man wife to one room. Now they do our hairdressing work. From there, we don't enter school. We don't start to go school. Meanwhile, we don't quit school the day before. We don't start to go school. Now, when our cousins come leave Guagualada, my mother can say, man, that town really favors.
My phone is this. Welcome.
Now, come area one, when we stay for area one, you understand? This period, we just moved, so she didn't have money because we paid for another one room apartment. She didn't have money. You understand? Hustle starts. Me, sharp boy, I don't really follow outside. I don't keep me, they do me shy. No, we say not Jonesy. I don't run shy. My brother only doing one or two also. We don't quit school so that our sisters will keep go school. So when we do all those things, but they don't even get work. You understand? Finally, she can't get one work as cleaner. She will wake up in the morning.
Divine favor, welcome, darling.
She will trek, go there. Before she reach office, 6:30 don't reach. But she go first reach there. Hustle, life, they go on. 2006, Erufai gone demolish where we stay.
Very good thing.
Now when they demolish the place, there was nowhere to go to. Rain, meet us outside. Sun, meet us outside. We try to park, go church, but no space because other people where they demolish your house don't run go church.
Terrible thing.
Nothing to do, now so we did look. From nowhere, one man just comes, I recognize you, that is me. I said, okay, I don't know you. He says, your father's name this? I say, yes. When he talk about my father, it interests me. But I say, listen, I say, okay, I know they go. When my mom come, when my mom came, they spoke language. And so, my mother said, yeah, move go see. They bring car, we enter. My brothers and sisters, when we reach, if you see how my papa gets, you shock. My father don't start a new life. You don't marry, you don't get children. If to say we know they say sun and rain, or that man no coincidentally can see us, he no even care. So yes, if I say the man go threaten and with all those their Edo, religion, culture and blah blah blah.
Dismissed and acquitted. All right, darling. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, sis.
So finally we enter the house. We surprised. Me have a carbon copy of my father. You understand? Things no go well. Mom see move. Now, 2010, things start to be bad. As I talk, see, my father sent the woman that is his second wife, all her sisters go school, go university, everything. As I talk to you now, 2023, my father they beg to chop.
You see?
My father they beg to chop.
Left the side wife for side chick. Now he's begging for food.
The woman's sister nowhere to be found.
Ah!
He begged to chop. What am I trying to say? We had a beautiful life. We had a perfect life. And the next thing, this man, you see light skin, he rush, he go. Who be the home breaker? And you go get mad, you call the woman the home breaker. It takes two to tango. Yes. And the man make the move.
Yeah.
So I know you like it when they call the woman home breaker. Now the man breaking home. The woman don't do anything. Now the man break the home.
Both of them.
Now he bring problem, come it himself. And the problem eats him. You understand? I don't go call anybody name. You understand? Not to concern me with that family. But I just try to make my point. Serving the women home breakers for all these kind of things don't make sense. Now the man make that first move. You get wife for us, you get family. You go treat your leg for that. It go drown you now. It go drown you.
So that story is very telling. You have a beautiful house, you have a beautiful home, you're living a life. If you're not happy with your life, tell the other person, move and walk away amicably. You don't have to mess it up, especially when you have children. This is a man who had a beautiful home with a family, was rich, had everything going for him. Decided to go look for a side chick and wanted to live a separate life or a new life for this side chick. Came and did like a hasten arrangement with the wife. Pack with your kids, pack with your kids. Let's go. Move the kids and the legitimate wife to another location, put them there, abandon them. Came and was living with his side chick, built another family, and then in the end of it all, he lost everything. He lost literally everything. And are we surprised that he lost everything? I'm not surprised he lost everything, because the thing that he earned, the money he worked, the wealth he amassed this wealth together with his legitimate wife. That woman, even if she doesn't cry, the fact that she was homeless, the fact that the children are sleeping outside, rain was falling, sun shining on them, is enough reason for God to take away all the blessings that he gave him when they were together. Sometimes us, mothers and fathers, don't protect our families a lot. And when we don't protect our family, we become a burden to community. That's why it's important. Family is the bedrock for community building. Family is the bedrock for our society. It has a trickle effect. It has a trickle effect. If you live your life and build your family in a wayward manner, that will have an impact in your community. If you live your life and build your family, you cannot teach your children that it's not okay to go and nick or steal from someone. Those kids will come out to become armed robbers. Families will suffer. The community will suffer. If you live your life and don't teach your kids, your son and your daughters, you don't touch someone else's husband, you don't touch someone else's wife, they will come to become side chick and gigolos. If you live your life and you don't show love in your family and teach your children how to give love and show love for each other, you would send out individuals or citizens who are going to commit havoc, who are going to be there to trample and crisscross and trample on every citizen they come across without any regrets, without any remorse. We see it every day in our community. If we want to have a better community, a better society, we start that from home. We start that structure from home. We start the foundation from home. We build it from the ground up. The mother says his mom shouldn't have gone back to his father after toiling alone to raise her kids. He only came because he had lost it all. Yes, that's why he came. That's why he came back. Personally, I will keep him where he is. He can have his kids. He can come and see his kids. But having a relationship with him, of course not. Shireen's kitchen says, it's both of them. If you, the woman, knows he is married and you still decide to go out with him, you both break his home. Yes, that's what I said. And I say it's 50-50 responsibility. And as a woman, I would always want to empower the girl child to say, you have the power to change the circumstances. You have the power to make it stop. Especially us women. We know how much a woman loves. We are emotional beings, women. When we love with all our hearts. And how will you feel if someday another wayward somebody, a wayward child will walk away and take or snatch your husband from you? How would that make you feel? My dear sister, my dear mother, how would that make you feel? I'm here to empower girls. Yes, we want to empower the community as a whole, but I want to empower my girl child. I want to empower my sister, my nieces. If you are for polygamy, if you want to do polygamy, ask the man to do it right. If he cannot do it right by his family, he will never do it right by you. It's momentary. It may sound very nice and sweet and exciting, but like everything that flies, it shall come to land. Let's make it a responsibility. Thanks, Relaxia Mama. Let's make it our responsibility as a family, parents, aunties, uncles. Let's implant in our families all these core values and principles. Because if we really want to enjoy our society, it takes each and every one of us to put in that effort to make sure that we start planting the seed of positivity, the seed of unity, the seed of love, the seed of teamwork, the seed of understanding, the seed of tolerance, the seed of resilience, the seed of respect right from base, which is in our families. If we can do that, if we can do these things, then we are guaranteed to experience or live in a community where we are each other's keeper. You are a brother's keeper, you are a sister's keeper, and we can live happily. We are able to solve our problems, our differences amicably with respect for one another. So I want to thank everybody who's watched here, who's been here with me today. I hope you've taken one or two things with you. I hope the show was something that some people will like, oh no, you know, there's certain new things that we get here. There's certain things that we know. It's just reaffirming. I hope that we can come together as a people and continue to empower ourselves within our family to have a better community. So I thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one, the callers, the audience, the typists, and everybody who is watching from the back. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here today. It's been an amazing show. It's been my longest show ever and well worthy, because this thing we are facing today, especially the side chick issue and respect for people's family, is something that we need to be serious about. We must protect our families. Protect your family. If you protect your family, you're protecting the family of a neighbor, and you're protecting the society or the community at large. I love you guys all so very much. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on our very next show next week. Wishing you all a very, very happy Easter. I'm just going to give a shout out as we go, as we leave the show. Please, if you haven't liked, like, and please remember our target. We hope to get to 2K by July, August. Let's make this happen. We can do it. If you have not subscribed, please do me a favor and do so. If you can share this channel to a sister who then shares to a sister, and a brother, that would be amazing. Thank you all so much. Peace, person, my mama. Thank you for always being there. Nigga Ivan Lee. Thank you, Prince Mervyn Nation. At times, I ask myself if some of these side chicks use medicine on these men. They don't. The men just decide to be stupid and ruin their family, just as well as the women consciously want to ruin the families of others. So touching. Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Ajo Mash Fire, thank you so much for that financial. Lulu, thank you, darling sis, my Lulu. I appreciate you for coming. The mother, oh, my wisdom sis, thank you so much. Relax, Yad Muma, Mia, thank you so much. Miss Kim, my Miss Kim. Oh, love you, darling. Shireen's Kitchen, big sis, thank you. Please, guys, Shireen's Kitchen, I beg of you, let's support this young YouTuber. This baby sis is killing it in the kitchen. Like, she's putting me to shame. Let's go and support her. Share her channel, watch her video, give her the watch hours. Let's encourage this young girl who is doing what her mates will not even do. Let's encourage and promote this growth in our community. So please, Shireen's Kitchen, check out her channel, please. Kayla, oh, darling sis, I'm so happy to see you today on the show. You know, it's been long. I missed you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm wishing you all the best with your studies. Thank you so much. Jink and Dawn, my darling sis, thank you so much. I appreciate you. BB TV, Visionary TV, thank you so much, Mama. Asking for a friend. Thank you so much, Auntie. I appreciate you for always being and supporting me. Prince Mervyn Nation, my darling bro, thank you. Divine Favor, thank you, Ma, for reading this. Thank you so much. Auntie Sylvie Mensch, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Oh, my mama, peace person. What I'll do with you? What will I do with you? I hope I haven't missed anybody. Unmerited grace. Thank you. Case dismissed and acquitted. Mom of 2 boys. My mom of 2 boys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Ivan Lee, divine favor. I have said divine favor. I appreciate you all so very much. Everyone who is watching from the back, thank you all so much. You know, Treaty, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting go. Well, thank you so much. And everybody, I love you guys. And I'll see you all very soon. Thank you, Prince. Let's listen to our music and we can exit. Just Babe. Oh, my big sis. Thank you. Evia Clarence, my darling big sis for life. Thank you, big sis. I appreciate you for everything. Thank you for the support. Where my Villa Mama Lily? Where's my big sis gone today? I missed her. Please like if you haven't liked. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Chuba, Chuba, Please like as you go out. Prince, every time I'm playing this bottle dance, I'm thinking of you. Bye, Vixis. Woman, oh, woman, oh. Happy Easter, Kayla. Happy Easter, sis. Man, no, no. Man, no, no. Woman, look at. Massa, look at. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Bye.